What if you scribbled an idea on a napkin and it became a limitless scale tech company poised for exit? What if you had a vision of eliminating an inefficiency in your community, industry, or the world, and you had a chance to co-found a company and bring this product or service to the market? What if we could positively impact every social issue with tech? 10x Tech Tank is the #1 daily show for everything tech entrepreneurship. And whether you are technical or not, you will learn, be inspired, and witness transformation in the making. People will share tech ideas on napkins. People will showcase minimum viable tech products. People will explain their cash-flowing tech companies looking for acceleration. And if the person is right, and their idea is right, and the market is right, and the business model is right, then there's a great chance you will witness some serious magic. We are on a mission to build, scale, and sell 10,000 tech companies in 10 years. And we invite you to make history with us. Together, we achieve more.
Welcome to 10x Tech Tank. My name is Jared Yellin, and I am proud to say that E. Penny is not in the house, still in the dirty jerseys. How you doing over there, E. Penny?
Everybody.
I know you're excited to get back here. I'm excited to have you, and I'm really excited to have you, our audience, watching the episode this evening. I mean, I don't know what to expect. Eric doesn't know what to expect. People tell us all the time, like, this has to be staged. There's no way that people are pitching you from around the world, and you have no idea what they're about to share. And I can't express enough how much we have no idea what's about to show up tonight. We have no idea if these ideas are going to be really obscure and odd or the next big thing. We have no idea if the entrepreneurs are coming from international markets or they're coming right next door in Miami. We have know nothing about these people. There's an idea review committee that goes through each of the written applications, and they're picking and choosing the ones that are the most appropriate to pitch us on the tank for a variety of reasons. And then it's up to Eric and I in real time to assess, is it the right person? Is it the right idea? Is it the right market? And is it the right business model? And what's been really helpful for us is you, our audience. When you chime in, you share in the comments below what you see, whether it's a yes or a no, you influence us. Because we know what we know, and we know a lot because we've heard tons of pitches. Over 14,000 people have applied to work with us. So we've seen a lot, and we're pretty good at determining which are the winners and which are gonna really struggle, but we have no crystal ball. And there are certain industries we have no experience in. So as someone that's coming here and joining us each night, please comment below. Share what you love and share what you stand against. Obviously be polite. Each of these entrepreneurs is coming to share their dreams with us, so we want to make sure they feel supported in this environment. But if you see the right person with the right idea, in the right market, and the right business model, please let us know so that we can use your influence to help make a decision. So with that, let's see who's our first entrepreneur in the tank.
What if you knew about Instagram or Slack or Clubhouse when the company was raising a friends and family round at $10,000 per person? What if you were able to see all the tech companies that Grant Cardone and Jared Yellin have co-founded in one place and invest in any that excite you? What if you were able to expand your portfolio into early stage tech companies with extraordinary founders and teams? 10x Tech Angels is the most unique investment club that you will ever find, because not only will you see some of the most innovative tech companies at the lowest valuations ever, but you will also be educated on how to pick tech winners, meet other members of our community, and experience the excitement associated with taking an early idea to exit. Become one of the founding members of 10x Tech Angels for an exclusive offer with some extraordinary bonuses. To learn more, visit 10xtechangels.com.
We are back from commercial break with another entrepreneur in the tank. What is your name and where you're calling?
My name is Victoria Mora. I'm from Atlanta, and this is my lovely granddaughter, Alexis. She's 13 years old.
Hi. What's up, Alexis? How you doing? And how you doing, Victoria? Thanks for being here. You guys got 5 minutes. Please share your big tech idea.
Okay. So we're going to talk to you about the Reset Setup. Our motto is gaining financial knowledge creates wealth. We want to build, scale, sell, and educate 1 million children how to invest in Forex, stock, cryptocurrency, and real estate around the world. Now, the big four that we want to talk about is, what if children between the ages of 12 and 17 years old could invest in more than stock? What if children between 12 and 17 years old had the ability to gain financial knowledge? What if there was an app for children to use to gain that financial knowledge? And what if that same app also allowed children to create financial wealth? Now, over the next 5 minutes, I will be speaking to you about an amazing idea about an app called the Recess app. We're looking for partners in the financial area of a minimum of $1 million and to also help with team building, along with getting the patent for the app. Now, during my talk, you may be inclined to say yes or no. And the moment you are ready to say yes, then please stop me and let's begin a new venture together as partners. Do we have a deal?
You got some perfect pitch going on here. I like it. I like it. Coming prepared, doing your thing.
Thank you. Now, the outcome that we're looking, we want to build, scale, sell, and educate 1 million children how to invest again in Forex, cryptocurrency, stock, and real estate around the world. And we want to teach children how to make millions and how to create not only wealth, passive income, but generational wealth as a possibility as well. Now, I know you're wondering, like, why us? Because we are dedicated and committed individuals that will not stop until we see this through. So let me tell you a quick story now. I invest small amounts into crypto, Forex, and stock, and I'm looking to get into real estate investment as well, you know. But the one thing that is exciting to me is when children start asking me, like, how can they invest? Okay. See, right now I'm raising 7 grandchildren. So every time I'm into investing, they want to know what I'm doing. How do I do it? Then when I start talking about the money you get, they want to get into it. So my oldest daughter here, my oldest granddaughter, Alexis, who is 13, she came to me one day and she asked, like, wouldn't it be cool, Grandma, if we could put stock, cryptocurrency, Forex, and real estate, like investment, all on one app for kids? And it was like the heavens opened up. And I just heard angels like, oh, you know. So I was like, that is a great idea. Now, I myself have experience in sales, from selling cars to selling clothes. I have my own clothing store, and I have some training in Cardon U as well, which we all know is surround sales. Now, my granddaughter Alexis used to work for me in my clothing store, so she do have some sales experience, and I also have her taking classes from Cardon U as well. Okay. I'm sorry. Now, our team consists of 3 people.
We are looking to make the Recess app go worldwide. So let me start out by telling you a little about our team members. First, we have my grandmother, whose name is Victoria Mora, and she is great at sales, and she is a great researcher, and she will be a great public speaker for the Recess app. My uncle, whose name is Jamal Mora, handles marketing and promotion, and I help in sales and research. We may have a small team, but once we get started, it'll all go uphill from there. We want you to understand that we are still looking to build a great team.
Now, the problem is simple. There is no app for children to download and invest in cryptocurrency, Forex, stock, or even real estate. So what we did was we spoke to 100 children between the ages of 12 to 17 years old, and we asked them questions like, if there was an app that you create that is out that you could invest in stock, crypto, Forex, and real estate, would you use it? Would you download it? 77 children out of 100 said they would use the app. Now, also from our research, I found that busykid.com only allows children to invest in stock with a minimum of $10. PigZB allows 6 years and older to just hoard Wallow tokens instead of quarters to teach them the value of money. And Wallow is only a type of cryptocurrency, okay? And for Forex, children can only use a demo account, and there is no real estate app for children. Now, excuse me. The solution to this problem is to build an amazing app for children 12 to 17 years old so they can start investing and gaining financial knowledge and stock forex, cryptocurrency, and real estate. This app is so unique that these children will start creating passive income for themselves, and it will change 1 million youths' mindsets financially, one child at a time. Now, the Recess app features will consist of first, they will be able to invest in all 4 areas right from this one app. And this app will include live and pre-recorded webinars and podcasts in each section of interest. The app will have a members only section.
1 minute left, Victoria. You're doing great. 1 minute left.
Okay. The app will have a members only section, and it will have a chat room as well. The app will have a section for the parents whose kids are members already. The parents will be able to have a free account on there so that we will have that availability for the parents and the kids. Now, the parents will be the only adults allowed on that app. We will also add a Recess debit card for the children. Now, in 2021, 50% of adults of around 145 million people in the United States invested in stock. 13% of Americans traded cryptocurrency in the past year, and 63% of Americans invested in real estate. So the reason that I'm telling you these numbers is simple because the market for this app is wide open, and the numbers that I was just speaking about is for 18 years or older. Now, we're going to start by making this app a basic investment app so that we can get users and start generating money to add the features. We will do this by having the adults answer 2 to 3 questions to see if this app is for them. And if it is, the person will be allowed to move forward. Now, our competitions are companies like Coinbase, Cash App, Stash, MetaTrader 4, and there are
questions. Let's ask some questions. Great job with the presentation. So you mentioned that you need $1 million. You said you need to get this thing going, and you were going to get a patent. What are you patenting? What about the app is patentable? Because what it sounds like to me, from a patent perspective, this is going to be an app that has a ton of training content, and it's going to be an app where 12 to 17-year-olds can hold their assets. What about that is something that you feel like you can patent?
I feel like, because this was her idea originally, so I'm trying to lay it out. I did as much research as I could do. Now, I feel like the app itself is so valuable that it needs to be patented right now, as far as all 4 sections, all 4 areas will be embedded into there with valuable content from some of the most important people around the world. Like maybe we can get Grant Cardone to speak on real estate.
So let's speak into the content part. So the most valuable people from around the world are accessible, but they don't just do things for the sake of doing them, because everybody wants their attention. Everybody wants their information. Everybody wants to leverage what they've been able to accomplish. What is the value proposition you have for someone like a Grant Cardone? Like, why would he be willing to give you content for your platform to help you do what you want to do? How does that help him get what he wants?
Because that would help Grant in a way, because we know that he wants to reach, I believe it's 1 billion people. Now he's really getting into the 10X kids and teaching them about real estate. So if I could present on an area that, hey, maybe we can do a live webinar and speak, to the kids on their level to give them some type of guidance along through investing, and see if they would be able to really likely invest into some of his property. What is the minimum that he would offer?
So how do you get your first 1,000 users? How do you get your first 1,000 kids and parents to use this platform? What's your go-to-market strategy?
So everybody does the social media, the ads, everything, right? But the one way that I believe would grab attention is to go to these middle schools and these high schools. Let me talk to the counselors, see if they'll let me talk to 1 grade at a time, since we're in a pandemic. So let's just talk to one grade at a time, tell them more information about the app. Kind of like how I did my research, but you know, it was more so Alexis going to her school and speaking with them.
Cool. Eric, what do you got?
So I'm really trying to understand how this is different than Robinhood or Coinbase, because a lot of the things that you're talking about are possible on Robinhood and Coinbase, and it comes with some pretty good education as well. So could you speak into that a little bit?
It's different because Coinbase does not allow under 18 to be on there.
Well, that's for compliance reasons. That's not because they're trying to kick people out, right?
Right.
So that might be something that you would have to face as well.
Right. So since there is no app for them, I would, bring in the parents to come in and let's test the app out until we can add in more features. Well, to me, that next feature would be if those questions are, do you have kids between 12 and 17? We would add the children would be able to come in eventually and learn. That is something that the other apps is not even allowing to happen. They are not allowing kids from 12 to 17. Maybe we have to start off just by educating them before they are able to trade.
But how do we become able to? Because there could just be a regulatory challenge here. Like, listen, I love this, just so you know, I love it. I want it to happen, but there's just regulation that typically stands in the way of things like this. So that $1 million ask is a ton of money to build this. Like, this can be built for a fraction of that, but it's way too little money if we're gonna have to go and battle regulation, whether that's the SEC or all different regulatory bodies. So do you know what that looks like? Like, have you done research into the regulation around having minors invest in different assets like this?
No, I have not done that research. For what I was seeing is just basically there was nothing out there for 18 and under, and I was assuming, and that's my fault, but I was assuming that, hey, maybe this is a great idea. We can push this forward by allowing kids to at least start out in educating them, while their parents are.
It's a great idea. Like, the only concern is I would have to imagine Robinhood, Coinbase, these other platforms have as much of a desire as we do to create financial literacy for minors. There's just something preventing them from doing it. And they're multi-billion-dollar companies. And there's a friend of mine who's a very, very successful entrepreneur and multi-billionaire. And he went to bat against FINRA and the SEC for almost 2 full years to try to do something very unique in the crowdfunding space. Nothing to do with minors, just a unique way of using crowdfunding to allow both accredited and non-accredited people to invest in pre-IPO companies that are about to go public, usually only reserved for the accredited. And he went for 2 years. He went to battle with them and put almost $5 million in, but he could do it. Like, he had the resources to do it, and it mattered enough to him. So that's my only concern here. There's no question there's a market for it. There's no question that there's a mission attached to it. There's no question it could radically change the world. I'm just curious what the regulatory barriers are, because if they didn't exist, I'd have to imagine Coinbase or Robinhood or any of those other platforms would attempt this. But let's see what our audience thinks. What are your thoughts on this platform? I'm sure you stand for it the way we stand for it, but what do you know about the regulation? Is this even remotely possible? Because everything's possible, or will it require 2 years and $5 million to try to help the different regulatory bodies see what we see? Eric, what are your thoughts on next steps?
Yeah, so I'm going to be a no for due diligence. However, I think that what you are trying to accomplish is something that's, one, necessary in the market, two, I think there's a large market of people who would want this, and three, I think it's a viable business. What I don't think is necessarily a viable business is creating Coinbase for people who are under 18. I think that just from a regulation standpoint, you'll probably get blocked from being able to do it. But the viable business part that I see is teaching young people how to invest and how to get into cryptocurrency and Forex and all of those things. I'm not seeing where the technology play would be in that. I think that's something that you'd be able to start doing right now. That's a content play. That's figuring out your own proprietary strategy and teaching it to people and getting them out there. That, I think, is a viable business model, but not a tech need that would necessarily need to be done.
So where I stand is I love the two of you. I love the story around this. I love how well prepared you are with the structure around the pitch. I know you didn't even know to do this research, but to be fully prepared would be to have answers around the regulation. My concern is I don't know what's possible from a regulatory perspective, and I need you to know that, because when we co-found companies, our expectation is that the co-founder is an expert on the problem that they're solving more than we are. We can build the product, we can scale the product, we can bring it to the market, we can prepare it for an exit. Like we're an expert in that domain. We just need our co-founders to be an expert in their domain. You are an expert when it comes to Forex trading and crypto and all of the different ways that you've invested, but you're not an expert in how we can deal with the regulation. So for that reason, I'm a no, because I don't even know what's possible in that space. But I'm a yes to the business model, like Eric said. And what I'd encourage you to do as you do your research on what's possible with regulation is to just start the process. You were talking about getting people like Grant Cardone to provide content around financial literacy. Pull that off, or someone like that. Pull it off, get their content on these various subject matters. Go and sign up for a learning management software, platforms like Kajabi or LearnWorld, and just start loading that content into this platform, and then start selling this platform to parents so that they can then offer it to their children for $29 a month or whatever that price might be. Begin to monetize your desire to provide financial literacy, because that is the desire for you, is to provide financial literacy to the minor. As you start doing that, you'll give yourself some time and financial resources to do more research into the regulations to see if this is even remotely possible. I hope it is. Eventually it will be. I just don't know if it is right now. So for that reason, I'm a no for due diligence. I love you both. Our door is wide open to you as you begin to prove this out. Please come back to the tank. All right, after commercial break, we'll have another entrepreneur in the tank.
What if there was a simple business toolkit that got you paid by your clients, customers, and patients? What if you can set up your account in seconds and begin benefiting from all of the features in minutes? What if this entire platform is free? Business Toolkit is revolutionizing the way small businesses and sole proprietors are running their businesses by enabling you to manage your sales process from one platform from start to finish. Imagine canceling your expensive scheduling software, or discontinuing your clunky invoicing software, or eliminating your pricey task management software, and instead using one platform, your Business Toolkit, to drive your business forward. And don't forget, Business Toolkit is free. Sign up ASAP and begin saving money while you make way more money than ever before.
We are back from commercial break with another entrepreneur in the tank. What is your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Jeff Nielsen, and I'm from Tooele, Utah.
Awesome. Thanks for being here, Jeff, all the way from Utah. You have 5 minutes. Please share your big tech idea.
Okay, Jared, let me ask you a question. What kind of car do you drive?
An Escalade.
Escalade. Would you ever put a garden hose in your car and fill it up?
Oh, he might.
I'd put it in Eric's car and fill it up.
Oh, okay.
What if I told you you could eventually at some point in the future?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. I would definitely want Art to videotape it when we did that.
So in my little spiel, I'm trying to answer 4 questions. What's the product? Who's the consumer? How will it make money? And what do I need to make it work? So what's the product? Simply put, it's hydrogen on demand. So like cars in California and all that, hydrogen cars are really a thing over there, and they fill up at gas stations and what have you. But what I'm trying to do is make it so it's on demand. So the system that generates the hydrogen is...
I think that, Jeff, this is really interesting. I see where you're going with it. It's just not the kind of tech stuff that we do. So our primary focus is more on the software side, marketplaces, social media platforms, SaaS platforms. I can see where you're going with it. I think it's really interesting. We just wouldn't be the right partner. So for that reason, we'll pass on the opportunity. Our door is open if you have other ideas in the future. And thanks so much for coming to the tank.
Okay. Thank you.
Blueprinted is the place where you can go in and put those steps in there and then be able to impact the world and monetize on that by having a marketplace in the community that we're developing for you in Blueprinted.
So we've created the app for any expert to be able to come in and put their steps, their exact steps to success in our app and put it on a marketplace where people can go and buy their steps to any success.
We are back from commercial break with another entrepreneur in the tank. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Eduardo Ferreira. Right now I'm calling from Brazil, but I live in the US.
Awesome. Well, thank you for calling us from Brazil. You have 5 minutes. Eduardo, please share your big tech idea. We're excited to hear it.
Yes, absolutely. I'm in construction business. I've been doing this for 22 years and I'm woodworking part of it. And one of the issues that we have is sometimes when you get to a job site and you need something minor like a wood screw or a wood glue, something like that, you have to leave the job site to actually take your car, go to the store, get it, and come back. What I'm trying to help the trade is having an app where you have access to everything. You have access, for example, to Home Depot, Lowe's, Benjamin Moore, Sherwin-Williams, where by the simple touch of an app, you share your location, you search for the keyword, let's say wood screws, and from there it will give you exactly what's the nearest store, how much will be the cost for the product, how much will be the cost for the delivery, and you can get it directly to the job site without leaving the job site. In that case, we'll be able to, not only for contractors, but also for homeowners, they can actually expedite that service. Right now, I did a little bit of research and I saw that Home Depot has that through a website or to an app that they have, but it's not working very well because you actually have to go to the store to pick it up on at the store. And by doing that, also you'll be able to help with the COVID situation that we have right now, with not have to go to the store and things like that. I see that we have in between Home Depot, Lowe's, Sherwin-Williams, and Benjamin Moore, we have about 9,300 stores just in US. And I'm pretty sure, and the Home Depot does about 340,000 sales a day, which it's a large amount. And by using the app, I'm pretty sure all the contractors will be able to actually purchase and placing orders without leaving the job site. And that'll be a good time effective. It'll be time and money pretty much.
How long have you been thinking about this for?
About 3 years.
Cool. So how do you, it's a marketplace, right? So we need to get different characters on the marketplace, from the contractors to the hardware stores to things like that. How do we get everybody on? Let's start with the hardware stores. How do we get them on this platform? And then once we answer that question, how do we get the contractors on the platform?
I believe by having an app and offering the service where they'll be able to sell more and not having actually have to have people going to the store, I think it'll be a good catch with them. It's not going to be easy, let's say with Home Depot, Lowe's, because they're large stores, but they don't have anybody doing that right now. With contractors, I'm pretty sure with a good marketing, that'll be very easy. I'm a contractor myself, and that's one of the problems that I have. There'll be many times where I was in a job site doing something and I had to leave to take maybe like hour and a half, 2 hours of my working day to go and get something, some supplies and come back, which I could be productive and keep on working and just having the material coming to me. Also, as far as scheduling.
What makes you the most, besides being a contractor, what makes you qualified to build the tech product that's going to change the entire industry?
That's time and money that nobody will have to leave. Not nobody, but if you need the product.
If you qualify, like there's definitely a problem in the industry. So that I see the inefficiency. What makes you the most qualified person to solve that? What makes you qualified to launch this product and scale it and eventually sell it in the future? What makes you the qualified person to do that?
Because I've been through that for 22 years. That's one of the problems that I have. I've been dealing with that, and I've been losing a lot of time and money by not having that type of service.
Do you think there's any risk of Home Depot just, either opening up their own network or plugging into a network like Uber and then just them doing it themselves and doing all of the fulfillment?
Yes, it is. I'm pretty sure it is. And that's why I came to you guys to see if we can do that before they get into the business. By using Uber platform, I'm pretty sure that will be great, because then we can track the package, we can track everything, we can charge by the size of by the volume, by the weight of it, and have that delivered to places.
So here's where I stand. So I want to hear the direction you kind of went with this, and you went down the route that I was kind of hoping you weren't going to go down, only because we're already building this right now with another entrepreneur that came to us quite some time ago. So for that reason, no, just because we are actually building it. I was like trying to gauge on what direction you were going to go with it, and if you
Absolutely.
went left, it was maybe a conversation, but you went right, and right was where we went with this entrepreneur as well.
Mm-hmm.
So for that reason, we're a no for due diligence, because obviously we would build competing platforms. But what we will do is keep you posted
Absolutely.
with progress. Maybe there is a way that you can support and get involved. We are huge advocates of collaboration, and many is more powerful than the few. So thank you for coming to the tank. Great presentation. I really like you. And let's be in communication. And we'll touch base soon. All right. After commercial break, we'll have another entrepreneur in the tank.
This is the great secret of my life. The thing that has made me is one word. Dude, this thing is so big. It's about the 10X movement.
The 10X movement had really improved my life dramatically.
Now I'm a millionaire because of it.
Our business was at $2 million. This year we're on projection to do $25 million.
Our revenue went up 29%.
We've already got our tickets for next year as well.
Before we even started, I could go home right now and I got my money's worth.
That's why I come to GrowthCon, and I'll always come to GrowthCon.
10X means a lot to me. 10X, like I told you, is just the beginning. 10 times more power to help those that need it the most. 10 times more power to motivate and inspire those out there. Give him a 10X!
With other people witnessing what's happening with us, is like chains are being broken from families everywhere.
I'm gonna tell you, 10X, it was a lifesaver, a life changer for me. And just because of what it's done for my family and what it's done for me.
And this is where people get stuck, and that's why we do the 10X Growth Conference, to get you out of comfort, to get you out of comparing yourself to somebody in Pakistan that has nothing. We want to make this a big event for you. Our goal is to change your lives. Welcome to your 10X Growth Conference.
Which napkin will become the next exit? Which MVP will evolve into a unicorn? Which cash-flowing tech company will reach the next level? Our hope and desire is that it's yours. Your idea, your MVP, your cash-flowing tech company. Now is your time. Head over to 10xincubator.com and submit your idea so that you get on the tank and give us the chance to transform your napkin into an exit. That's 10xincubator.com. That's 10xincubator.com. Let's go.